Hello, hello, it's Marilyn Devonish here from transformationstm.com, and it's Tarot Tuesday today, or Tarot Tuesday, as people in the membership group often call it. And what that means for those of you who are in the online membership group on Facebook, I do free tarot readings for anyone who would like a reading. You just put a yes in the thread, and then I'll do a reading for you. So I'm going to do it immediately after I do this, but I've got a new deck today. Now, for those of you who can see on camera, behind David Bowie, there's a stack of tarot decks. There's probably about 10 or 12 different decks up there. I've just done the Tarot and Huna Big Clearing Call. So this was the deck I used for that. And this is a favorite deck of people in the membership group over the last 4 or so years. However, weirdly, of all the places you would not expect to find this, I was at the Ideal Home exhibition last month, Ideal Home Show at Kensington Olympia. And there was somebody with a stall selling cards about God. G-O-D, God. That is what I said. So let me just show you. This is the deck, for example. The cards are absolutely beautiful, stunning, amazing. Now, I've been saving them for the big reveal before I do Tarot Tuesday. So I bought these coming up to 2 weeks ago, and I've been so tempted to open them. But I wanted to save them for Tarot Tuesday. This is the Roots deck. And they are absolutely fabulous. So livingandpowerful.com, scripture taken from the New King James Version. And yeah, so I said to her that I do monthly readings, and I thought these might be really nice to give people messages from a completely different source. So I'm going to give them a little open, get me a little letter opener, because they got plastic covering on them. Actually, maybe scissors, so I just need to pierce that, I think. Be careful, because the box is really lovely, so I don't want to damage that. Okay, all right, we're cooking with gas, as we say. So the big reveal, because I haven't seen all of the cards that are in the deck. I've just seen the ones that they had on display, but I really just love the packaging as well. Everything about these were beautiful. Right, so this one, it's a bit stiff because I know that it slides off, but it might need a little bit of help. Ooh, actually, let me just put my ruler up there, just create a bit of space. Oh, this is good, can't get into my deck. Come on, come out, I know you're in there somewhere. But they're brand new, so it's probably a wee bit stiff. Let's see if I can just get a bit of air in between. Come on. There we go. Whew. Right, done it. So, and they got, and actually that, oh, that's clever. So it's magnetic. That's really clever. So there's a little magnet there. So if you wanted to, you could pick a card. But the cards, I don't know if you can see that one in there and see how the heart has got the silver in it. They have just done such a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful job of creating these cards. That's the first thing, because what they were doing very cleverly is walking around the Ideal Home exhibition and asking people just to pick a card. It's like, oh, really? Hold on. Here we go. Let's do that. Might do a little vlog about these, so before I open them all and spoil the display. Right, okay, so these are also sealed. So I'm going to have to, I wonder if I can do it with my finger this time. Yes, I can. And what I may do before I depart, hey Dave, hey Tally, they are beautiful, absolutely. I'm guessing when they created them, they really didn't think someone might be using them like I'm going to be using them. But I thought, you know, a little message from the big guy would be really a nice way to end, to kick off this month, end 2021 and move us into 2022. So let me just show you there without the plastic. So just gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, they're all completely different. And then they've got the wording on the back as well. So that very top one, given it's the one we've just been looking at, Genesis. So it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. And the reason I've sort of half grinned at that one is literally like 5 minutes before logging on here, I had just finished doing the Huna and Tarot big clearing call. And one of the things I finished off with someone who I know was new and had never done it before, I was talking about the ha breathing. So I did a little demonstration of the Huna ha breath, for example. And didn't go into massive amounts of detail, but I just said it's a really wonderful way to calm yourself down. It only takes 20 to 30 seconds. But one of the things that the kahunas talked about is the breath as the life force energy. And the difference for the kahunas between someone who is alive and someone who is not is the breath. So that's a really appropriate card. And what they've done with that little stand that you can see, that means every day you can have the card sitting here in the deck behind, and you can choose the card that you want and have it on display as a card for the day, which I thought would be a really nice way that I might use them. And Tally, let me know, put a note in the comments if you're still here. Dave, I'm coming to you in the membership group. Tally, if you would like me to pick a card for you, please put a yes in the thread and I will choose one and see what the message is. Wow, but I'm just going to show you. And they're all, hang on, that way. They're all completely different. Look at that. Just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Here, that would be amazing. Fabuloso. I mean, just look, the work. And with my business cards, have I got some handy? Yeah, let me just grab one for a second. Let's see, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it because it's not as big as the, but what I've got is that same raised dot. If I move it around, my water drop is raised and it's got that sort of plastic on it. So when you hand it to people, the water drop shimmers. Oh, there you go. That's it. Caught the light on it. So when I see that sort of that spot thing, it always reminds me of that as well. And it's actually the same texture and feel as my card, which is lovely jubbly. All right, so I'm going to choose a card for the beautiful, fabulous, wonderful Tally, who does incredible work in this world. One of the things she does, was a big advocate for children when I met her, and also giving parents a voice. So I'm going to pick this one for you, Tally. So that's it. It's the contrast. It's the light and the dark. This one is Revelation. And it says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him and he with me. My first impression of this one is taking a bit of time to be still. If you've been asking for something or working on something and you were feeling almost, for want of a better term, your prayers were not being heard or were not being answered, this will be the thing if you might want to. And it's a really nice time as we come into Christmas. I was just saying on the Tarot and Huna call that there's that one day in the year, this year, 25th of December, where the shops are closed, there are no trains, and it's just still. I remember a few years ago, I was staying in a hotel in Kensington with my sister and my brother-in-law over Christmas, and we had family Christmas dinner in the hotel. And looking out of the window, because we were at the Kensington Olympia, looking out of the window, nothing to hear, no traffic, it was just stillness. And so it feels as though this will be a really nice time if you can find and carve out some time for that sense of stillness, so that whatever might be coming, might be bubbling up, or that will be presented to you, there is a chance for it to be revealed more clearly, because you will be in that place of alignment. And asking and then being open to receive, I think would be a really nice way to go. Thank you, Michael Jackson. Sorry, for those of you who have worked with me in terms of doing readings, you will know that if there's something I'm meant to say, but I'm not going to say it, I will often get a song that accompanies it. And I hear Michael Jackson saying that song, "You Are Not Alone." It's absolutely a beautiful song. What I might even suggest, if you haven't, I don't know if Michael Jackson's your thing, but go to YouTube, type in Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone. My suggestion would be play that song, sit quietly. You might even just close your eyes and just listen to the words of that song. I think that would be a really nice thing to do. If you do it, let me know how you get on and what resonates, because oftentimes what will happen, it might not be because that's the title song and that's the chorus. It may be there's another line in the song that speaks to you, but it feels like that would be something, a really nice thing to do. And in the 3 minutes and something seconds that it will take for you to actually sit quietly and just breathe and be present and just kind of take that time for yourself, that's also enough time for something to miraculously start to shift and change and transform and align within you as well. So I'd say that might be a fun thing to do. Oh, I love it too. Oh, that's brilliant. Tally says goosebumps. So apt for me. I really, really, really love that. That is amazing. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So for those of you in the membership group, I did put a note in because I didn't want to kind of spring it on everyone, because we tarot is already a little bit out there and esoteric for people as it is. And so I just said to everyone in the group, if you're up for it, shall we use these cards? No one has objected. So I'm like, we're cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this deck, do some quick messages, see what comes forth. The images themselves are beautiful as well. So I look forward to using these cards. They're just absolutely just, oh, that's a bit dramatic. Timothy. But seriously, they're all so different. They're absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, they're completely different genres, but they remind me a little bit of the, it's going to sound like a weird thing to say, sorry God, but they remind me a little bit of the Banksy cards. One of my wonderful clients gave me the Banksy cards as a present. All of Banksy's works condensed into essentially tarot cards. And these have a similar feel to them as that, because just sometimes looking at the imagery tells a story in and of itself, as all cards do, but just in a different way. So yeah, just gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, beautiful deck, beautiful deck. Look forward to reading with them later on today. So for those of you who are in the membership group, if you're joining me live, you've got about 5 minutes to grab yourself a drink of water, head over into the membership group. The live video will appear there, and I'll do a reading using this beautiful, fabulous deck. And let's see what we get. And Tally, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for playing along. Really appreciate the feedback. Glad that it resonated and provided some goosebumps. Yeah, and I don't know if I've got them in this stat. Let me have a quick look, because people often ask about the tarot. Yeah, if you do want to do a tarot reading, it's, oh, here we go. Here's one. So this was somebody in the membership group, for example, because oftentimes when I do Tarot Tuesday, I'm talking to myself. So I'll do the reading in the Facebook group just at random times. It's the first Tuesday of the month, every single month. So I've been doing them monthly for the last, 4 years now. But I'm often talking to myself. So people then come later at a time that's convenient for them, and they will listen to the recording. So this is someone who listened to the recording. She said, oh my God, this is so spot on. Good job, I'm lying down. Said, hi, Marilyn, I've just listened to the recording, and oh my God, what can I say? But you were 1,000,000% spot on with my reading. I'm blown away with it all. So that's normally what we get with regards to the readings. I think that's a similar one there. Hi, Marilyn, I've just listened to recording. So that's a bigger version of that. But yeah, so people are often absolutely stunned. I did a blog a few years ago where I did a comparison of what I said in the recordings, and I often don't remember what I've said. I just say what I'm going to say, move on to the next person. And there'll be times I'm doing 12, 15, 20 readings. But people will be coming back onto the thread. They would listen to the recording, send a message like that, and I just go, oh, fantastic, good, glad it resonated, oh, brilliant, fantastic. This went on for a few years, and I was like, I need to go back and actually listen to some of these recordings. So went back to some of the recordings, looked at what people had said, and then I actually sat and I listened to the recording again, and I wrote a transcript of what I said, and then I put it side by side with what actually happened for people, and with their permission I reproduced some of that in a blog. So what I'll do, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it in the descriptions. If you're watching this as Facebook, either live or as a recording, I'll put the link to the blog in the comments. You can go there and have a read if you wanted to do that, because I know it's one of those mysterious topics. And if you're not in the membership group, to get the free readings every single month, then you can go to my website, www.transformationstm.com/tarot readings. It's going across the bottom there on the ticker tape, and book yourself a one-to-one reading. So I do those online. It's not just a new thing for the pandemic. I've been doing online coaching, online training, online therapy, and online reading since 2005. So it's all tried and tested. And if you go to that page, you'll see testimonials with real people, with their real photographs, and just have a read of what they said as well. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're in the membership group, I'll be there in a few minutes. If you're not, you'd like to join us next year, feel free. But yeah, December Tarot Tuesday coming up shortly. I will see you in a few moments. Thank you all for watching. And if I don't speak to you before, I'm sure I will, but you might not watch the video that I do next. Wishing you all a fabulous Christmas and festive season. And I was going as far as saying having an absolutely wonderful new year. Catch you all later.